My friends have walls that look like this. This thing here, the one in the middle, is an angon.
Hang on a minute.
Yes, hang on a minute, exactly. There's almost no reenactor who's ever lived who can resist that pun. It's essentially a descendant of the Roman pilum. But as far as we know, the shaft was not made out of extra soft metal, so these weren't so bendy, and they had a massive barb on the end. Right, now I have here in my hand a cane for the dandy man about town. You can pose with it, you can twirl it, you can stick it under your arm and swagger about. Or, if you were beset by ruffians, you could turn this little locking ring here and then draw it. Because this is a probably Victorian sword stick. And I have to say, as I hold it in my hand, I think, ugh, there's something horrible about this. It is so stabby. This is not a battlefield weapon. This is for civilians stabbing other civilians. I mean, you may say that they'd all be gentlemen and they'd be dealing with ruffians, and I'm sure some gentlemen may have dealt with some ruffians with these, but I can't help feeling that sometimes it was the other way around and that it was actually the crooks who armed themselves with these things. In some ways it's quite a nice thing, a bit of carved ivory and so forth, but I'm more struck by the sheer horribleness of it. I mean, just look at the length of it. You could do someone a major mischief with this, and perhaps it's a good thing that they made them illegal. Right, just what the heck is this? Some sort of primitive device for shredding beetroot, something for taking the tops off turnips. It's got a very sharp serrated inside bit of the blade, and the outside is sharp as well. It's a mystery. Now we have here a tourist, begging your pardon, Paul, would you say it's tourist-tat?
Yes, yes.
Okay, a tourist-tat sword that has an all-metal scabbard, and it sounds like this when drawn rapidly.
There was almost a ting there at the end. I almost heard a ting.
Yeah, a little tingette, yes.
Almost. But it's probably with a very blunted blade because of that.
Thank you. Here we have an attempt at a Franziska head. I say attempt because, though it's very nice in many ways and looks a lot like the real thing, the angle that it meets the haft seems to be a little bit wrong. And Paul and I were just discussing that maybe the hole through the head is at the wrong angle, and so the pointy bit at the front of the blade should really be a bit higher than that.
It was made specially by a guy who never made one before.
Anyone who's played hockey at high school level knows that these are the most deadly weapons in the room. Lindybeige!